Welcome to the SFL Week 12 clash between the London Knights and the Vancouver Legions here at Queensway. It's your play-by-play commentator Craig Hearn. I'm here with Charles Doherty as our analyst, and on stats team we have Nathan Blake. Only the second meeting between these two teams. It's going to be a good one, Charles. What are your key points, do you think, in today's matchup?
Yeah, definitely going to be a great game. We've got two teams here with playoff on the line. With Vancouver coming off not a very good game last week, losing to Denver, and London coming off a win. I think the tale of the tape here is neither of these teams play good on the road. So both, and London has a 4-1 home record. So I think the edge may go to London. London's got a great offense. Vancouver's got a great defense. This is going to be, there are going to be some fireworks tonight.
Absolutely, and I'm here for the coin toss. And it's going to be a tails. Looks like the Legion get to pick, and they will opt to receive. It looks like, as we're going to be underway here in this Week 12 clash between the London Knights and the Vancouver Legion. It's definitely going to go down to the running game as well. Both teams have really strong runners in Sanchez and Streeter. So it's definitely going to be who can get the ground game going first, I would say. And it's Vancouver on the kickoff. Sorry, Vancouver have deferred to the Knights. And Ashley Finch is going to get this game underway in Queensway. And there's the kick. Receiver fills it at the 12. He runs it all the way back to the London 27. So as you rightfully said, Charles, both teams aren't the strongest on the road. So this is definitely going to be looking like it could be a low-scoring game.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how Streeter does this game. He was player of the game last week. Let's see if he gets the mantle this week. And
it's going to be Roby in his first play. He's going to be lined up in the eye. Two receivers up to the right, and they've got the one receiver down to the left. He takes a snap, and he's just going to get it off to Streeter.
Yep, shaking the rust off. Tries to go on the right. Looks like the defense was waiting for him. Just a good, an interesting point about Streeter here. He's got 275 carries this year. He's closing on 2,000 all-purpose yards. So 2 good games, and I think he's going to get it.
Absolutely. Roby's going to line up in the eye. Just going to have the 2 receivers to the top right, and Streeter is going to be lined up right at the back of him. He's looking like he's going to be changing the play at the line of scrimmage there. And you can actually, he's going to go take a shot early on. And that's intercepted already. Great start for Vancouver there. Not quite sure.
Oh, it looked like that was Ligon. I hope I'm saying that right. What a great way to start off the game and set the pace for Vancouver.
Absolutely. He read that play perfectly.
We get to see Tom Pepper on this play, and he was the player of the week, the offensive player of the week last week. Had a spectacular stats against Denver.
And he's going to line up in the eye with Sanchez behind him and just one receiver up to the left-hand side of him. And he's just going to throw a little screen pass to Sanchez. Gets nowhere, but just picks up the 1 yard.
I'm interested to see how London schemes against Pepper. I had a chance to talk to Nathan Blake before the game, and he said he's going to try and keep Pepper off balance. Once he gets into rhythm, Pepper's extremely dangerous. So let's see what they throw at him.
Yeah, absolutely. They really need to get to Pepper quickly and throw him off balance with some blitzes, I feel. There's going to be Sanchez in the backfield, one receiver to each side of him. And he's going to take the snap, and he's just going to go for another screen pass. And Sanchez doesn't a pickup of 2 to the backup.
Yeah, again, it looks like both teams throw a lot to their backs. I don't think that's going to change today. It's a good, easy pass to get some confidence for Pepper and get in that rhythm we were talking about.
That brings up the 3rd and 7 now. So he's going to be looking over the top. And they're not going to give it to him there on the throw over the middle there. Just a 6-yard completion, and that would be Mickey Martino.
Yeah, it looks like Slyn Shady was waiting for him and kept them from getting the first down. That was a good stop by Shady.
And it looks like Tom Pepper has decided to go for it here with the strong I formation and the one receiver down to the right-hand side. Interesting call this early in the game. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to look for that Sanchez on that screen, and Sanchez is going to pick up the first down and some pretty decent yardage.
Wow, I was actually shocked that they went for it. Normally you see them try and draw them off sides, but they went for it in a great high percentage pass to Sanchez for a first down.
Now, that's definitely what Papa needs to do. He needs to really get into a rhythm quickly in this game as they line up in the I again, with two receivers down to the right, and he's got the one receiver up top to the left. He's going to take what looks like a 5-step up, and he's going to launch it deep, and that's a catch. And that is Brett Killian. Beautiful pass over the top. Pepper just put some pepper on that one.
What a way to get the interception and then respond with that long pass to Killian. He was wide open over 31.
Yep.
Looks like Nathan Blake was on coverage, maybe a step or two behind.
Absolutely. This is, if you're a Vancouver fan, this is exactly what you wanted to see. That interception was the second play of the game. And you can come down and you can have a pretty decent drive and then put in 6 points with your best receiver, Brett Killian. You got to feel good if you're London right now.
Most definitely. It's all about how, if you're going to win in the playoffs, it's all how you respond to adversity. So let's see how London responds.
And Ashley Finch is just going to put the extra point through. 17 for 17 coming in today. The perfect 100% for Ashley Finch. And Vancouver do take the 7-point lead.
Yeah, Finch is definitely money. Now she's she's 17 for 17. So, and she was 1 for 1 last week. So I don't expect that to change this week either.
And if you're Roby and Streeter and company, you've got to shake off that first play. You threw the interception, but you got to come back and you got to look a lot. You got to come back stronger on this second drive. Kick it off, and the return man is going to be a beautiful spin move there. Didn't really pick up too many yards, but it was pretty to look at as he brings it up to the London 26-yard line.
Melinishin is a great punt returner and a kick returner, and you can see he's got the moves. Decent field position on the 26.
Yeah, as I said, Roby just needs to come out, get his confidence back, some quick, easy passes, get some Streeter involved, and it looks like they're going to go for Streeter and the strong eye with two receivers up to the right-hand side today in this play. Roby's going to take a 3-step back, and he's going to blast it over the middle. That is caught there. Beautiful pass and beautiful catch, and that would be...
Looks like Maccaro caught that one over the middle. Last week he had a very good game, 120 yards and a touchdown. And he's looks like he's on fire at the beginning of this game.
Absolutely. As you said, Roby put that into the perfect position, really led the receiver there, and Maccaro is not going to drop a pass like that. Streeter lining up in the backfield. He's got the two receivers to the left and one to the right, and he's just going to go for the out route to Streeter. And Streeter picks up 4 on the play there.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that. They love throwing the ball to Streeter out of the backfield. So nice conservative play, 2nd and 6.
Absolutely. There is Kenny Maccaro on the bench. Well-deserved rest after that beautiful catch. They're going to go for a very strong running formation with Streeter, but they're up. And Roby's just going to go for a string pass to Streeter. And Streeter's going to shake a tackle. And he's going to shake and bake his way to the Vancouver 32.
Yeah, they go to Streeter again. Safe pass out on a swing, but he shows some power as he gets past the line of scrimmage and pushes his way and punishes his way to a first down.
Vancouver definitely have to contain Streeter if they're going to have a chance, if they're going to be in this game tonight. London looking good so far on this drive. As Streeter lines up in the backfield, just the one receiver out to the flank for Roby and company. It's for London. He's just going to hand it off straight up the middle to Streeter. He's going to power his way for 4 yards there.
Yeah, it looks like he had both the star linebackers champion and Irvine grabbing onto him, trying to bring him down.
Yep. Streeter is one of those running backs. He doesn't pick up the huge yards, but he gets you those 4, 5, 6 yards gains to keep your drives alive and keep you moving down the field. As Roby's going to line up in 3 guys in the backfield, just the one receiver off to the left-hand side. Roby's going to take the snap. Gonna throw another screen pass to Streeter. Streeter's not really gonna get anywhere, and then they're gonna give him 2 yards there in that play.
Yeah, it seems like the defense is starting to expect that swing pass. So let's see if they start to mix it up a little bit on the London side.
So 3rd and 4 for London on the Vancouver 27. I think if you're London, you really want to convert this, but to take the 3 points right now, is it going to be the worst case scenario for them? As Roby lines up with 2 receivers to the right and 1 receiver down to the left, and he's just going to trust Streeter on this 3rd down, and that is why you trust the man, because he just breaks those tackles and picks up that 10-yard and that 1st down.
What an impressive run by the rookie. He had some patience. He waited a step for the hole to develop, went through the first hole he saw, and he powered his way up through the 1st down.
Even got a couple of shaking tackles there.
You know, it looks like Schultz had a chance at him, but it was too much power from Streeter.
So Roby's going to line up in the shotgun, 3 receiver bunch formation up to the right and 1 lone receiver down to the left. Let's see what London can do on this play. Wait for the play to develop, and he's going to throw an absolute dime. Are they saying he was out of... No, it is a touchdown. I was going to say for a second that looked good to me, and that would be one of the hands. That would be James' hands.
Yeah, what a laser pass in the corner right there by the pylon. Let's see if he gets the feed in. I think he did. Oh, most definitely. And some to spare. What a great play by London. What a great way to answer. This is turning into quite a game.
And let's see if the kicker can tie this one up with the extra point. And bring the game back all square at 7 apiece here in Queensway. And the kick is up, and it is good. And that will tie the game at 7 apiece for Vancouver London. This is a game I didn't think would have a lot of scoring, but they're showing me that I was wrong. And this could be a high scoring affair if the teams keep playing like this on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and Roby really shook off that interception. He was 83% completion rate, drove down the field for the touchdown. What a great way to respond.
Absolutely. And London's gonna kick the ball off to Vancouver. Let's see how Vancouver do on their 2nd drive of the game. That's the returner there, bringing up to the... It's like the 31 of Vancouver. Yeah. And that would be Chris Brown on the return.
Yep, decent field position for Vancouver.
Let's see what Pepper can do here on to start his 2nd drive of the game for this Vancouver offense. So far, so good. Vancouver fans gonna line up with the running back behind him and the 2 receivers to the left and the 1 receiver down to the right. And he's just gonna go with Sanchez. And Sanchez is gonna break a few tackles. He's gonna break a 3rd tackle. Oh, and a great pickup of 18 yards there for Sanchez.
Yeah, what a big run. The offensive line of Vancouver had their way with the defensive line of London on that play. He powered through at least 3 or 4 defenders before he finally got brought down by Slim Shady.
His blocking was really good blocking there on the offensive line for Vancouver. I must have to add that. So Pepper seems really comfortable today. Let's see what he does on his 2nd play of the drive. Going to keep Sanchez in the backfield and the 3 receivers down to the right. And looks like the tight end's going to be in for this play for Vancouver. Pepper's going to take the snap. He's just going to go for a little dinky pass, and that'll be Brett Killian on his 2nd catch of the day, but just for 5 yards this one. Not as big and explosive.
Yeah, nice safe pass to Killian. I think what we see right now is Tom Pepper starting to get into a rhythm, and that doesn't bode well for the London defense.
Absolutely. Pepper's looking really good in the pocket today as he lines up with Sanchez behind him, 2 receivers to the left and a 3rd receiver down to the right. Pepper's going to take the 3-step drop. He's got all the time in the world. But a rare drop there from Eric, the tight end.
Yeah, he really should have had that. Looking at I don't know, we won't have a replay here, but the amount of time Pepper had in that pocket was incredible. Great blocking by the offensive line.
And with that drop pass there by Eric, it's going to be at 3rd and 5 Vancouver at the London 46. Two back formation with the two receivers down to the right and the one receiver up to the left for Pepper. Let's see what he can conjure up on 3rd down and 5. Pepper's going to just take a simple one-step drop. He's going to, oh, good awareness to throw it away, but it will bring up 4th down for Vancouver.
It looks like William Davidson was the one who brought him down on that one. He was Defensive Player of the Week with 5 sacks and 6 tackles. I think he's going to need to step up. I think the London defense is depending on him today to get in the face of Pepper.
Absolutely, but with this punt, they should give London pretty bad field position. The punt is a low one, but it is away. We'll see where we spot this. That is a great looking punt. That is a beautiful punt. Absolutely beautiful.
It puts London in the hole on the 1 yard line.
Let's see how Roby responds to this pretty tremendously bad field position, you have to say.
Well, he definitely responded last series, so let's hold on tight and see what happens here.
Gonna have just one receiver up to the right and 3 backs in the backfield for Roby. So you got to expecting a power run to Streeter. That's exactly what we'll go for. Streeter breaking the hole and safe 6-yard play, but it does give Roby a bit more space to work with on 2nd and 4th.
Yep, good run by Streeter. I think the Vancouver defense was expecting it, but it was just a test of wills here. Who wanted it more? And on this particular play, London got the edge.
I'm going to go for a 2 tight end formation with 1 receiver and Streeter in the backfield for Roby, and Roby's just going to hand it off straight again. And again, a nice patient run there. He didn't burst straight through, but he does pick up the 1st down there and bring it up to the London 11.
Yep, he bounced through, good hole, got through a couple people before Dante West got him down. I think Streeter's starting to get a little rhythm here too.
The 1st and 10 at the London 11. Roby's going to line up in the shotgun with 3 receivers to his left and 1 receiver up to the right. Streeter is going to line up beside him in the backfield. He's going to take just a 1-step drop, and he's going to go long. That's into double coverage. Oh, and an incompletion there.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to get that to Donnie Hands. He had plenty of time. Not sure why he went to the middle. Looks like there was about 85 people in the middle of the field there, but the offensive line did the best they could. It just looks like maybe he should have gone maybe to the right or the left.
We're going to line back up with a... Roby's going to go in the shotgun with 3 receivers to the right and 2 down to the left. Going to take the snap here. And he's going to go for a simple one, and that would be James Hands for a 2nd completion, a 4-yard pass to the sideline.
Yeah, you scratch your head why they do the 5-yard route when it's makes it the 3rd and 6. It is manageable, but I was thinking they were going to go a little deeper on that one.
Yeah, it's definitely what Roby was showing by lining up in the shotgun, but
still, they just checked it down.
3rd and 6. It looks like they're going to go for a little bit of a shotgun again with 3 receivers lined up to the left, 1 receiver to the right, and Streeter is going to remain in the backfield for Roby on this play. Roby takes the snap. He's going to find Makara. Makara is going to tiptoe his way for the 1st down at the London 21.
Yeah, what a great route! Right at the end of the change there for the 1st down. Got him right on the sideline. Got his foot in. 1st down. 1st down, London.
Both teams have been looking really strong from these so far on their play. Beside that one early interception by Roby, as Roby lines up with the 2 receivers either side of him, takes a 3-step drop, and he drills that. And is that caught? Streeter with a beautiful diving catch for a 17-yard gain at the London 38-yard line.
Yeah, that's the first play where they sent him on a medium route. There it was a great execution. I don't know if Vancouver was expecting it. Both of these quarterbacks have 70% completion ratings. This is amazing. It's about 70 for the year as well. These guys really, when they throw the ball, it normally gets in their receivers' hands.
Roby's going to line up in the eye. 1 receiver up top to the right-hand side of him. So he's going to go to Streeter on the leak out. Streeter's going to show a little bit of speed to pick up that 12 yards and bring it up to midfield.
Yep, they're mixing it up for Streeter. I like that. He's getting his rhythm on a short pass. The previous play was a medium pass, keeping the Vancouver defense on their heels and moving the chains.
Both teams really spreading the ball well in this first quarter. Not one team just going to the same guy over and over. It's been a really good game so far. As London line up at the midfield on first and 10.
It looks like Streeter already has 54 yards receiving.
So he's going to line up with an ISO play with 2 receivers down to the left and 1 receiver to the right. Streeter's going to remain in the backfield. And again, another safe 3-yard pass to James Hands, his 3rd reception of the day.
Yep, he's got 23 yards and a touchdown. That was a nice throw out to him on the sidelines. Good control.
A little bit of a tiptoe there from Hands. And brings it up to the 2nd and 7. Vancouver 46. London looking good as Roby lines up. Streeter in the backfield and just 1 receiver to the right. And the tight end is in on this play. And they're going to hand off to Streeter. Streeter sees a gap and he picks up a solid 5 yards again to bring up the 3rd and 2 at the Vancouver 41-yard line.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of power in his running today. He almost got the first down, but the 3rd and 2 is not bad at all.
Roby's going to line up again. Streeter's going to remain in the backfield yet again with the 1 receiver to the right. Roby's going to go for a swing pass to Streeter. Streeter's going to shake 1 and pick up another solid 6 yards. Streeter's looking so good in this first quarter.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's got the power moves. He's got the juke moves. I think he's got over 60 yards receiving in the first quarter. That's amazing.
Over 100 yards and a touchdown for Roby as well, with 94.9% quarterback rating today. So Roby's going to take the snap, probably be the last play of the game possibly. Before the end of the pass, he's just going to slant off to Streeter, and why not at this point? Streeter picks up another solid 5 yards. Roby's really knowing what to do with Streeter right now today.
It looks like the Roby Streeter show so far on the London offense.
Vancouver looking a little bit gassed there, it seems. Hands on the hips as Roby lines up again. Streeter remaining in the back. It looks like a strong ISO formation here. Just a 1 receiver out to the flank. And Streeter's only going to pick up 3 yards on that carry. Brings it up to the 3rd and 2nd of Vancouver.
Yep, we're looking at a 3rd and 2. It looks like maybe the Vancouver defense might be getting a little gassed here.
It's going to be the end of the first quarter. A pretty high offensive quarter. As Vancouver Legion 7 and the London Knights 7 at Queensway in week 12 of the SFL. London definitely marching down well though, as they're going to go with 4 receivers and a tight end. Roby's looking like he's going to go big on this one. Streeter's going to take a break and a playoff. It's a 2-step drop. He's going to... Oh, he led his man just a little bit too out there. An incompletion, bringing up 4th and 2nd at the Vancouver 7-yard line.
Yeah, didn't give Streeter enough room to make that catch, and now it looks like we're looking at a field goal here.
Looks like it's quite a long one as well. Looks like it could be a 34-yarder. The kicker's up. And the kicker's, sorry, 44-yarder. The kicker's good. To put London up ahead, 10 points to 7 at Queensway. Nate Odell there, putting that through from quite a fair distance.
Yep, looks like a nice 9-iron right down the middle. Vancouver's got to be pleased that they kept them from the end zone. I know they put 3 points on the board, but it was looking like London was going to go in.
Dell's going to kick it off to Vancouver in this early in the second quarter. London with that 10-7 lead over the Vancouver Legion. That'd be Braun again, but Braun only getting to the 26-yard line. Vancouver. So out trots Tom Pepper, looking to bring Vancouver back and put Vancouver back ahead in this pivotal week 12 matchup in the SFL.
Yeah, so far he's got a 75% completion rating for 62 yards and a touchdown, 136.5 QBR.
Pepper's going to line up with an ISO play. The Sanchez is going to be behind him. One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. There's a one-step drop. Shakes the sack and manages to get the ball out to Sanchez, who picks up a solid yardage there. But there is a penalty on the play, so this could be coming back. So it looks like it's going to be a holding play on the Vancouver Legion there. That's number 56 of the offensive line. Tough play, because Sanchez did well, and Pepper also did well to get just anything on that play. So to have that negated from the penalty from Swanson, it's a tough one to swallow if you're Vancouver.
Yeah, I didn't see the hold, but it looked like Davidson popped through the line and got in Pepper's face, and he was able to get rid of it.
Pepper's going to line up again with the three receivers to the left and Sanchez in the backfield, so they can do in 1st and 10. Pepper's going to take a 3-step drop. He's got all the time in the world. He's going to not throw the ball, and he's going to get sacked there. I can't quite see who that is right now because it's a little too far away. I believe McDonald, number 93. There.
Yeah, it looks like he held on to the ball a little too long, and good cover. That could have been a coverage sack. Nobody was open, so he hit the dirt.
That brings up the 2nd and 23 now for Vancouver. Tom Pepper is going to line up and take a 3-step drop again. He's going to wing it out. Tip. Oh, just a little short on that tip draw there.
Yeah, it looks like Nathan Blake was the first one to tip it, and we almost had an interception going the other way.
Yeah, it looks like that was Evan Arthur not being able to bring that in for the London Knights. But now Tom Pepper's facing a 3rd and 23. As they keep Sanchez in and just put 3 receivers set to the right and then 1 receiver on his lonesome to the left. Well, Pepper doesn't like what he sees, so he's going to be changing the play at the line of scrimmage here. Let's see what they can bring up on 3rd down. Takes a 5-step, runs. That's, and then just a kind of really just.
Oh, what a great! It looks like Dean Maddox there did a gymnastic move trying to get that ball down. It's great athletics there, and I think Vancouver's going to want to forget this this possession. That penalty really hurt him.
Absolutely. So brings up 4 and 23. I don't think they're going to quite go for this one like they did in the 1st quarter. This one might be a little bit out of reach with the punter. He's going to have to punt the ball from his front of his end zone. Low snap. Oh, and just about gets it away. China's not going to get anywhere, but it's going to set up beautiful field position at the Vancouver 44 for Roby and company of the London Knights.
Outside of that one interception, Roby's having a great game. He's got an 80% completion rate, 116 yards, and a touchdown.
Let's see what Roby does on the start of this drive. He's going to take the ball straight from the center. They've got Struder on the backfield and run receiver up to the left. And take a couple of drop back and just swing it to Struder again. And Struder's going to get a block for Sonny Run. He's going to shake a tackle. And oh, he's brought down, managed to be caught and brought down at the Vancouver 20. Looks like that was Schultz making the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like he wasn't touched until he was well past the chains there. That was a great play. Looks like it caught him off guard a little bit on the Vancouver side. Great blocking downfield by the offensive lineman, number 71 as well.
Absolutely. And my apologies, that was Lopez making the tackle, not Schultz. As London have great field position here on their 1st and 10 on the Vancouver 20 to see if Roby can manage to do some magic and punch it in again for a 2nd touchdown for the London Knights in this 1st half. And he's just going to hand it off to Struder. Struder's going to see a little bit of hole, a little bit of shake. And not a lot of bait because he only picks up 5 to bring up to the Vancouver 16-yard line.
Yeah, good play there. Good balance on the offense. They're in definitely deep in scoring position here, and I think we've got Vancouver on their heels.
Roby's going to line up with two running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, and 1 receiver set to the right. He's just going to hand it off to Struder. And Struder's going to break away for a beautiful 11-yard gain again. Struder's really destroying this Vancouver defense today.
It doesn't seem like they have an answer for him. I mean, he's almost running at will there. It doesn't look like he was touched until he got. It looks like Shady was the one who finally brought him down, but that was after about 9 yards.
The offensive line there with some great blocking as well for Streeter as London have the ball at the Vancouver 5-yard line. Let's see what Roby can dial up here to possibly continue. He's just going to hand it off to Streeter, and that is Streeter in for the 5-yard touchdown run. London going to go up 16 points to 7 against the Vancouver Legion here in Queensway.
Now, why not? I mean, he's been carrying the offense, running pretty much at will. No surprise he was able to take it in on this play.
Just look at that vision. Absolutely beautiful vision there, Charles.
Yeah, he's already got 53 yards in the first half running, and he's got 89 receiving. So he's definitely playing at another level here.
See if Odell can make it a 10-point game with the extra point here against the Vancouver Legion. Snap looked good, hold looked good, and that's going to go perfectly sailing through. So London Knights take a 17-7 lead over the Vancouver Legion at Queensway. It's been a tale of Streeter today. Streeter has definitely been the driving force behind the London Knights in this first half. Odell's going to kick the ball off to Vancouver. Vancouver, you've got to put some points up on this drive. You don't want to let London get too far ahead as we're approaching 8 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Braun's going to bring it out to just like about the 27-yard line for Vancouver, and out stumps Tom Pepper, hoping to not have to punt it this time and get some good field position and bring the ball in and punch it in for a touchdown and give Vancouver a one-possession game again. Single eye formation with Sanchez in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. First and 10 at the 27. Pepper's going to take a couple of steps back. He's going to launch it over the middle, and a brilliant coverage there by London Knights number 31, Nathan Blake.
Yeah, Nathan Blake was ready for that. Another dangerous pass down the middle. I thought that Pepper was starting to get a rhythm going there, but it looks like since that miscue, it looks like maybe he's a little off.
Yeah, he's got to do what Roby did after throwing that interception 2 plays in. He's got to shake the rust off and shake the little bit of weariness he had from that, and he's got to come back and fire Vancouver back in this game. He's going to take the snap here and take another 3-step drop. He's going to just have a little shuffle dinky pass there for loss of 1. It's like the fullback number 32 on the reception there.
It looks like that might have been all he had for that play. It looks like coverage was good downfield, and maybe he was getting a little bit of rush up front too.
Not really a manageable 3 and 11 for Vancouver, but we'll see what Tom Pepper can do as he has a bunch formation down to the left with 3 receivers and the 1 lone receiver at the top of the picture to the right. He's going to take a 5-step drop. He's going to have a lot over the time. He's going to shake the sack and he's going to throw it out. And that is caught there by number.
That was just unbelievable. It looks like Mickey Martino caught that on the sideline. I thought, honestly, Pepper was going down on that, but he showed some cagey veteran moves and got free and threw it for the first down.
It's got to be one of my favorite plays of the day. Yeah, that had everything. Very good awareness from Pepper there. He's going to line up in the backfield. 1st and 10 at the Vancouver 38 here. See what Pepper can dial up on this play. He'll take a 1-step drop. He's going to do his little screen pass to Sanchez. Sanchez is going to get a couple of yards. He's going to pick up 4 there and bring it up to the Vancouver 42, 2nd and 6.
Let's see if they, I don't know if I've seen many passes deep to the right side or the left side. It looks like most of them have been in the middle. Let's see if they change it up on this play.
He's going to line up in the ISO. They've got the 1 receiver down to the left. Looks like the double tight end blocking formation. They're going to run Sanchez, but nowhere to go. London had that play covered, and there's going to be a loss of 2. Bringing up 3rd and 8 on the Vancouver 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like, was that Blake Craze that went up the middle there and brought him down?
I think it was.
Defense.
Absolutely.
They're showing Tony Adamson, but I thought that was Blake Craze.
So Pepper's going to line up with a bunch formation to the top of him, and the one single receiver down to the left. Sanchez is going to remain in the backfield and take another 5-step drop. He's going to float it over, and a beautiful little dinky catch there by number 80 of the Vancouver Legion.
Looks like Kyle Cobb came off the sidelines and caught that. Great protection there for Pepper. He found his guy in the middle, and he's moving. It looks like he's getting a little bit of that rhythm that we were talking about at the beginning of the game.
It looks like he's shaking off a bit of those nerves from that last play drive they had. He's going to line up with 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. He's going to skip around off by Sanchez. Not really much there for Sanchez again. He's only going to pick up 1 yard, and we get out to the London 45-yard line. 2nd and 9 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like Blake Craze was ready again, waiting for the running back in the line, keep him from getting any yards. Looks like he maybe got 1 out of that.
I'm just going to line up in the backfield. You got the 1 tight end formation with a running back and the 2 receivers up to the right here. He's going to take a 1-step drop. He's going to fling it out to Sanchez. And Sanchez is only going to pick up, looks like 3 yards, bringing it up to the London 42-yard line.
That was some great defense by Shady. He really closed that down. I thought he was going to. I thought that maybe the running back had a step on him, but just shows the pure speed that Shady had. Ran him down and only got a couple on that.
He's going to line up with a 3-receiver bunch formation. So he's going to get absolutely steamrolled, busting straight through for that sack. Number 59 of the London defense there. I believe that was Davison.
6'3", 270 pounds, bursts through past the center and guard, brings him down. Again, he had 5 sacks last week, Defensive Player of the Week, and he's making a name for himself trying to get at that accolade this week.
He might have to get the concussion protocol because he was thrown hard on his head there as it brings up 4th and 10. Vancouver forced a punt. The 2nd straight drive. London looking good so far. 17-7, they lead. But a really good special teams play there by Vancouver, not letting the returner get anywhere. And London will start their drive at the London 17-yard line.
Craig, it looks like as soon as Vancouver looks like they're getting some momentum, London just kind of steps up there and smacks them down.
Yeah, absolutely. They've not been overly impressive, but they've done what they've needed, this London defense, to really keep Pepper off guard. Not let Sanchez really get anything going on the ground. As Roby lines on the back, he's just going to go to Streeter. Again, Streeter's going to break a tackle, but he's only going to pick up 2. Bring it up to the London 19-yard line. Good tackle by 21 on the play.
Yep, 21 also looks like Parker Peters was up there to stop him for a 2-yard gain.
Roby's going to line up in the backfield. You got 2 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the bottom, fullbacks in. And Streeter is going to remain in the backfield. He's just going to power it to Streeter again. Streeter's got really not much to go, and then he picks up 2 yards, bringing it up to the London 21. 3rd and 6. 41 from the Vancouver Legion saying no, no, no.
Yeah, good defensive play there by Vancouver. Let's see. This is a huge stop for Vancouver. They can't let London keep driving.
Absolutely. As Roby's going to line up in the shotgun with a 3-receiver bunch formation. See what he does here. And he's going to go out. Did lead his receiver Macaro a little bit before the down marker, and Macaro's not going to be able to get back to the first down. Bring up 4th and 2, 125-yard line.
That was a great play. I think that was Ligon that brought him down and brought the 4th and 2. Great defense, great way to rise up and keep London from moving. And get the ball back and see if they can put some points on the board.
Absolutely. And the big key is it does give Vancouver now time to get a touchdown before going into the halftime break. It's going to be about, by the time they get the ball, it'll be about 2:35 left on the play clock.
I think London gets the ball back. Is that correct?
Yes, they do. London. No, it would be Vancouver getting the ball because Roby threw the interception on the 2nd play of the game. So it will actually be Vancouver. So Vancouver can punch a touchdown or a field goal in here, and then they will have the kickoff in the 2nd half. We got a game on our hands here, Charles.
They got to get some points on the board to go to the locker room with at least some momentum.
I think Papa knows that as he brings in a 2-receiver set to the top, and looks like Sanchez enters in the backfield with the fullback, and he's just going to hand it off to Sanchez. Again, Sanchez really has nowhere to go and just picks up 2 yards again. 2nd and 8 at the Vancouver 39-yard line.
Sanchez has got it at 17 yards total on the ground there, and it is a high yards per carry, but looks like they're not really. He's not really getting as much as he needs to move the chains.
Pepper's going to line up again in the backfield. He's got the 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's going to hand it off to Sanchez again and just pick up 4 yards. I'm not 100% agreeing with this play call, Charles. I don't understand what Vancouver are doing here.
And maybe they just wanted to bring it to the 2-minute warning there. I'm not sure either. I was expecting some more passes on those last couple plays.
Here's my problem. If you bring it to the 2-minute warning, and if Vancouver can get, London can get a stop here and then call a timeout, that gives them a 1:34 and change, and 2 timeouts to work with to get some more points and extend that lead. So a little bit of a weird play call there by Vancouver. Oh, Pep's going to line up in the backfield. He's got the 3 receiver bunch formation to the left. He's going to step up. He's going to fling it to Mickey Martino, and he's actually going to make the first down. Extra effort there for Martino, making that 3rd down. He knows how important it is for Vancouver to punch it in before the end of the first half.
Yep, clock's running here. It looks like Pepper did yet again, avoided the pressure, was able to get rid of the ball. Definitely a veteran move there.
He's going to line up with a 2 tight end set though, and just 1 receiver off to the left, and Sanchez is going to be in the backfield. Let's see what Pepper dials up on this one. He's going to take a 3-step drop. But he is sacked again. This offensive line of Vancouver is getting bullied, and that is William Davison. That, I believe, is his 2nd sack of the game so far.
I believe you're right, Craig. What a game so far. Pepper couldn't do anything to avoid him this time.
And Pepper knows it's now or never. He's going to line up in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the right and 1 receiver to the left. He's going to go out, and he's going to throw a beautiful pass, and that's Mickey Martino again on another catch. And that's an important catch because it does bring up a manageable 3rd and 7 for Vancouver here at midfield.
Yeah, and stops the clock. So they've got a couple more plays there, at least to get in field goal range. Vancouver,
the good old defense chance for the home London fans. Tom Pepper lines up with a bunch formation of receivers to the left and the 1 lone receiver to the right. Sanchez is going to be the backfield. He's going to take a 5-step drop. He's going to air it out. And that is that man, Brett Killian, making the play there. As they go into the huddle offense here. Tom Pepper and company, the Vancouver Legion. Keeping that bunch formation as well to the left. And that's exactly where Pepper's going to go again. And yet again, a beautiful throw. And he's found Brett Killian again, his safety blanket. And they're going to call a timeout. London 17, Vancouver looking good. Pepper looking really good right now.
Yeah, just like we said, the way you need to get some momentum is by putting some points on the board, and it looks like both Pepper and Killian are stepping up.
Let's see what Pepper and company can do here at the London 17, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right and 1 receiver to the left. The fullback and the halfback Sanchez is in the game for Vancouver. Pepper takes a 4 or 5-step drop. Has a little bit of time. Yet again, he's going to be sacked. It's going to be number 94 on the play for London. I'm not quite sure who that is, but Pepper is going to keep in the hurry-up offense. Going to take a 2-step drop. Oh, that is a rough catch from Chris Braun, because I think if he caught that, he had that touchdown.
Yeah, he had it once, he had it twice, and 3 times was not a charm. So 3rd and 18. They need to get a couple more yards there to give Ashley Finch a shot.
I think this is the biggest play of the game, because if they can hit this touchdown, that gives them all the momentum coming out of the break. But as you're right, Ashley Finch at least needs to make this a 1-possession game going into the half. So what Pepper can do is he's got a bunch formation at the top of the screen. Takes a 6-step drop back. He's just going to float it over. Why is he not taking the end zone shot there? Just going to dump it off to Carl Cobb and a pickup of 8 yards.
Yep, another wide receiver off the bench catches it in the middle. They're definitely in field goal range now with 18 seconds left. Let's see if they try and go for 3. Well, looks like they're going for 3.
Do you think Pepper was a little scared there, Charles, if he threw an interception that they'd be down by 2 scores still in the half? That's why he possibly didn't take the shot at the end zone.
I think he honestly took the best he could see on the field.
But luckily, Vancouver do have the 100% Ashley Finch on the kick. And just like always this season, Ashley Finch is going to go from 32 yards out. He's going to make it a 1-possession game. She's been on fire this year, and she's shown you why she's one of the best kickers in the league with another one straight down the middle.
Oh, she's money. I think, what is that now, 18 for 18
18
for the season?
for 18. She's looking really good. And she's, more importantly, made it a 1-possession game. It's London Knights lead 17-10 with 14 seconds to go in the end of this first half. And you've got to think now London will be happy just to run the ball off, run the clock, and then take this 7-point lead going into the half.
Yep, you'd say that, Craig, but we've seen stranger things.
Absolutely. What we're going to see now is London will get the ball back, the return man, bringing it up to the 28-yard line. London 17, Vancouver 10 with 11 seconds to go in this second quarter. Let's see what Roby can dial up, or if he's just going to play it safe and let Streeter have a little bit of ground to work with before taking it into the half. But it looks like they're actually going to line up in the shotgun. Interesting play here from Roby. 2 receivers to the left and a receiver to the right. Just going to do a little dump off there, and that would be Macaro with a nice little 9-yard catch. And a interesting choice to call a timeout with 3 seconds to go. I must admit, Gerald Smith there possibly thinking about a Hail Mary play, or
I was definitely expecting them to run the clock out and head to the locker room, but we've got at least one more play left.
I think that now with just 3 seconds to go, you can risk the Hail Mary, because if they get the interception, you've got a good chance to tackle them before bringing it back. But it looks like they're going to run up. They're going to run the strong eye formation. Just 3 seconds to go. They're just going to hand it to Streeter. Streeter's just going to pick up a loss of 1, but I don't think that's going to bother him too much. And
yeah, I mean, well, good thing they called timeout. But hey,
that is a timeout. Not sure these timeouts are really doing anything, but we're going to see one more play of the half before we take it to the half time. But London still lead by that 7 points, 17-10 with 1 second to go, 3rd and 2nd at the London 36. Roby's having a word in the huddle there. He looks like he's got a plan. They're going to bring out Streeter in the backfield, and they're going to run a strong eye formation with 2 tight ends in and just 1 receiver to the top of the screen for Roby. That's what Roby can do. And again, he's just going to hand it off to Streeter. So he's got a little bit of blocking. He's missed 20, and he missed 2. And that carry there from Streeter will bring us to the half time at Queensway. London Knights 17. Vancouver Legion 10. Now, if I remember, Charles, we're going to go and see Nathan Blake, and he's going to take us to have a chip butty, if I remember correctly. So we'll be back in the second half at Queensway. London lead Vancouver 17-10. And we're back with the second half here from Queensway. London Knights leading Vancouver Legion 17-10. Charles, what are your thoughts from that first half we just saw?
Well, what a half. I honestly think that Vancouver should be feeling pretty good based on some of the miscues. That could have been a bigger lead margin for London, but this is going to make to be a pretty great second half.
Absolutely, and London are going to kick it off to Vancouver. And we are underway in the second half here at Queensway. It's a cool 47 degrees if I haven't said so before, and it is partially cloudy, so not too bad weather for watching a little bit of game of football in England today. As Tom Pepper is going to march onto the field and hopefully tie this game up with a good drive in the first play of the second half here. He's going to line that with Sanchez in the backfield. Has 3 receiver bunch formation to the left, and it looks like Martino on his own down at the bottom of the screen. 3-step drop and a beautiful pass. Is that what a catch! What a catch for Killian there. Just showing you why he's a top receiver there.
Well, we were waiting for that catch for Killian, and here you go. What a great extension, and looks like Evan Arthur was there step for step, but great athleticism, great first down pass and reception.
Absolutely. You can't even blame Arthur. He did as well as he could as well. But Tom Pepper on the Vancouver 48-yard line. First and 10. Let's see what they can do here. Looks like a strong eye formation. But a 3-step drop. He's just going to throw a little swing to Sanchez. Sanchez might have a blocker, but no, he's going to pick up 4 still on this play and bring it up to the London 48-yard line.
A nice play there by Sanchez. Evan Arthur came out of nowhere. Looked like he was going 80 miles an hour. Flew into him and kept him from a bigger gain. But nice play there on first down.
He's going to line up with the 2 receivers to the right and Martino on his own to the left. He's going to go for the handoff to Sanchez. Sanchez is going to bulldoze his way for 6 yards and bring it up to the London 43, 3rd and 1. That's the play they need to get Sanchez running. Get Sanchez straight up the middle, get him these 5 yards. Build a little confidence on the ground.
Well, definitely need to. They do have 3rd and 1. He's only got 28 yards rushing so far. So, yeah, I agree with you, Craig. They need to get him involved a little more from a rushing standpoint.
Let's see what they can do on 3rd and 1. 1 receiver, 2 receivers in the right, and 1 tight end in, and he's going to go Sanchez in back. And Pepper's going to give it to Sanchez. And that is they're not going to give it to Sanchez there. Slim Shady on the tackle.
Unbelievable defense there. They really rose up. Shady saw a hole, went through and brought him down. Looks like he was going to go for the first down, but Shady will have none of that.
If I can hear that correctly, they're singing in the crowd, what? My name is what? My name is what? My name's Slim Shady there as he makes the tackle and bring up 4th and 1. They're going to go for it and absolutely get swallowed up. Vancouver. Interesting play call there. London going to take it over on downs. They're going to start with beautiful field position at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Jamie McDonald came out of nowhere to stop them. I was a little questionable on the call, but the defense really rose up and got the ball for their offense to come out there and keep the momentum going.
So Roby is going to be a little shocked to get the ball back, but he's going to line up with the 1 receiver set. The 2 tight ends are in, and Streeter's in that backfield. I think we know what's going to be happening here, but we'll let it play out at 1st and 10. They're going to hand off to Streeter. Streeter's going to somehow get his way through and pick up a solid 8 yards, 72 yards on 15 carries. He's been an important weapon in this game so far for London.
Yeah, he's definitely their weapon. He's, like you said, 70-plus yards on the ground. He's got 89 receiving.
He's going to line up with a strong running play. It looks like it will be a strong... And Struder's actually going to get caught short, though, at 3rd and inches. Great defensive play. That would be Levon Irvine there on the stop.
Yeah, definitely a great play there by Irvine. Looks like they're definitely going to need more of that, though, to keep London from moving down the field.
They're gonna line up in a strong ISO play, so I think we know where Roby's going again. And he's gonna hand it off to Streeter. Streeter's gonna break attack. He's gonna break another tackle. Streeter, he's got some daylight on the edge. breaking it to the 20, the 10, and he is in for the touchdown. Rodney Streeter.
Unbelievable run. I actually thought Gus Schultz was going to bring him down there for a couple-yard gain, but he showed some power, got out to the edge, and just put it in fifth gear and ran all the way into the end zone. What an impressive run by the rookie.
And that was two tackles missed. He gave a little stiff arm to one. He shut Gus off, and he was gone the second he made that edge cut. No one was catching him on Vancouver. For such a powerful man, he has got legs for days as well.
So just a couple minutes into the third quarter, he's already got 117 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
And see if Odell can make this extra point and put London up even further at 24, and Vancouver just 10 here at Queensway. And the kick is up. Great snap, great hold, and the extra point is through. London taking a 24-10 lead over the Vancouver Legion here at Queensway. That's an exciting way to kick off the second half, Charles.
Most definitely. All the momentum right now is on London's side. If you want to be a playoff team, you have to respond to challenges like this. So let's see what Vancouver does.
Odell's going to kick the ball off to London. Sorry, for London to Vancouver. It's like Chris Brown's going to bring it out. And he's going to burst through and bring it up to the Vancouver 30. Not a bad little return there from Chris Brown. Todd Pepper's going to come out, and he's going to want to put some points desperately on the board for this Vancouver Legion offense. See what he has in his bag of tricks this play. Looks like Sanchez is going to be lined up in the backfield with him. 2 receivers spread to the right, and then the one lone receiver to the left. Looks like it's Mickey Martino again. He's going to take a 3-step drop. He's going to do a little bit of a errant pop and a drop. An interesting drop there by number 22. I'm not sure how he didn't hold on to that one.
Looks like he had a little pressure. Pepper stepped out of the pocket, and it looks like he was skipping rocks down the field, and Evan Arthur was waiting there. He should have grabbed onto that, but gives Vancouver some life still.
Yeah, absolutely. Pepper's going to have to shake that one off and come back on this 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends set. The running back Sanchez in the back one. This the lone receiver up to the left. They're going to go for a power play to Sanchez. Sanchez breaking a tackle. He's just got one man to beat, but he manages to catch up and bring him down at the London 40. Great run by Sanchez.
Outstanding run. Great blocking up front. But Sanchez saw the hole. Once he got past the scrimmage line, he put it into a 2nd gear, and it doesn't look like anybody touched him until about 12 yards down the field. Thought he was going to go all the way, but the London defense, 31, was able to bring him down.
Yeah, that would be Nathan Blake, the free safety there, on a touchdown-saving tackle. Bubba's going to line up with a 3-bunch receiver set. He's going to just hand it off to Sanchez, and why wouldn't you? But Sanchez is going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage there. I believe that is number 99. Is that Champion, I believe? That is Frank Champion.
Yeah, but it looks like that was Slyn Shady on that one. No surprise there. When you see a tackle, it's normally he's either doing it or he's close by.
Sanchez going to just hand it off to Sanchez, who just picks up another 2 yards, brings it up to 3rd and 8, the London 39-yard line. I think they're ready for Sanchez now after that huge run from him just a few plays ago.
I tell you what, I don't want to be hit by Shady when I'm running up the middle. He definitely lays the wood when he's trying to bring you down.
3rd and 8 of the London 49 for Vancouver. Pepper going to take a long step back. He's going to throw it over. Oh, and a beautiful tip drill there from number 31. That's Nathan Blake again. He has been everywhere for this London defense.
Yeah, it looks like the throw was a little bit short. Nathan Blake was there. It would have been a hard catch, but he was able to keep the completion from happening. So great defensive play there. And looks like that's his second pass deflection of the game. Sorry, Greg.
Oh, no worries. It's going to bring up the 4th down and 8 for Vancouver. They're going to punt again. Can they put London back on the 1-yard line like they did on the first half? We will find out. As the punt comes away, Great snap, great kick. It's angled just to the sideline. That's another beautiful punt to bring it up to the London 4th-yard line.
Definitely puts London in the hole there, but I think last time they were able to drive down and score when they were deep in their own territory.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Rob Roby can do here for the London Knights offense. And Streeter's going to line up in the backfield, just one receiver to the left and the one tight end to the right, and close to the line of scrimmage. And Streeter, oh, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to break another one. And he's got some yards. That is a great 8-yard run by Streeter. Broke 2 tackles, followed his blockers beautifully, and picks up 8 to the London 13-yard line.
It looked like they were going to bring him down in the end zone for the safety, but he just powered through, and it went through at least 2 defenders, threw him on their tail before he was able to run 8 yards down the field.
Roby's going to line up in a strong eye formation. Roby in the backfield and one receiver to the right of him. Going to go just to Streeter again. Streeter's going to see if he can find a hole, but this time Gus Schultz comes up from the strong safety position and puts a great tackle on. Makes it 3rd and 1 for London.
Yeah, great stop by Schultz there. Vancouver's really got to keep London from getting a first down.
Looks like they're going to go for a running play again. They got the 5 offensive linemen and tight end lined up. A strong eye formation, and Streeter, they're going to give it to him there. I'm not so sure. I think you might, if I was Vancouver, I might waste the challenge on that one. I'm not sure if you made the first down.
Yeah, that was that didn't look like he got across the line, but they're closer to it than we are up here.
Absolutely.
By sure.
He's going to take another ISO formation. Okay, run off to Streeter again. Streeter's going to get absolutely blown open. And that would be Levant Irvine again on the tackle.
Yeah, great tackle there. Vancouver's going to need to, need to get that ball back either by turnover or keeping them from making first down. So let's see how Vancouver responds here.
Roby is going to take the snap and he's going to hand it off to Streeter. Where is Streeter going? He's going backwards. That's going to be a loss of 4, bringing that to London 10. A great tackle there. Number 59 of the Vancouver Legion defense.
That's definitely what you need to do. Keep them in the backfield. Looks like they're starting to get a feel for when they're going to be running the ball. Push him back 3rd and 14 there. This is a very looking very good for Vancouver here.
Roby's going to line up in the shotgun with a 3-bunch formation to the right of him and the single man formation to the left. He's got quite a bit of time there. He's going to throw it down to the sideline, and that is a catch there by James Hands. No, they're going to rule him out of bounds. I thought he was good. I thought he managed to drag that toe in, but just like on the last play for Vancouver, it looks like it. No, London is actually going to challenge it. I think.
Yeah, it looked like he had it, but I'm when it comes to betting, I'm not very good at this.
I thought I saw him drag that toe in, and if he managed to drag that toe in, that has got to be one of the catches of the game so far. So I thought when he first made that catch, that was in. And it looked good from here. That's in.
Yeah, he got one in.
He dragged that in.
Did he cross the 3rd down? Excuse me, he crossed the chain, sorry. The first down mark.
And it is overturned. But are they going to give him the first down, as you rightly said, Charles? They aren't going to give him the first down, it looks like. Here's my problem with this then. Why would you challenge it just to get some extra yards for a 4th down punt? That doesn't sound like... It doesn't sound 2 ways. Maybe you don't want your punter from punting at the back of the end zone, possibly, but to waste the timeout just for a little few yards doesn't seem really worth it to me, Charles.
Yeah, that was a head scratcher. Right? I don't understand. At least maybe the referee should have told them what it would be, so they wouldn't have to waste the challenge.
Absolutely. Bad officiating there, referees. Come on, sort it out. We'll see what Tom Pepper can do for this Vancouver offense. They do have pretty decent field position at the 42-yard line of the Vancouver. He's going to take a 4-step drop. He's going to fake the pass. Looks like that just hit the helmet there of number 23, Dean Maddox.
It looks like also Blake Craze was up there too to impact that pass.
Maybe Pepper is still a bit dinged up from that sack he took from Mr. Davison early in the late in the end of the second quarter. Line up with 2 receivers to the left. Sanchez is going to be in the backfield for Tom Pepper on this play. Take a 1-step drop. He's going to swing out and swing past Sanchez. Sanchez manages to get 1 block, but he can't get a second block and picks up 5 yards. 3rd and 5. Not a bad swing pass there from Pepper. Makes it a manageable 3rd and 5 for the Vancouver Legion.
Yeah, Pepper's not having a bad day today. It just seems like once they get closer to the red zone that London flips a switch and becomes an entirely different defense.
Well, looks like Pepper's going to take a shot here. He's going to line up in the shotgun with 2 receivers to the left of him and 1 receiver to the right. And take a 3-step drop. He's going to air out. And he is actually broke on the coverage. Martino just got past that safety and he was gone. Pepper put that right on the money there as Vancouver strike back. With 3 minutes and 7 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Great route, great pass, great catch. This is what Vancouver needed to do. Great play.
It says it's a silver, but with a play like that, you've got to think that. I would have thought that man was a gold. It was a beautiful route. And that brings us straight back in it. If Ashley Finch can convert this extra point, brings it to a 7-point game and just a 1-possession game. And London's nerves might be shaken a little bit here. See if Ashley Finch can make this a 7-point game with the extra point here at Queensway. A bit high snap. But she's money. She's been money all season on extra points and field goals, so she's going to make it a 7-point game. Bringing it to 24 for the London Knights and 17 for the Vancouver Legion. Vancouver strike quickly and get straight back into this game at Queensway. Ashley Finch on the kickoff here. 3:07 to go in this 3rd quarter. This has been a amazingly close game for for the most part. Let's see what the running back. And just runs it back to the 28-yard line there, 21 of the London Knights. Rob Roby going to bring out his offense at the 28 and see if they can push this back to a 2-possession game here. Looks like he's going to bring Streeter out and the fullback in the strong eye formation. Got a tight end in on the play and just the 1 receiver, James Hands, down to the left. Roby's going to give it to Streeter, and Streeter, again, he's going to make 1 miss. If he can shake it, make 2 miss. Make 3 miss. And he's gone again. He's got to block it, but he's going to be tackled again. A beautiful rush there by Streeter.
Yeah, he's showing his power again. It looks like he stiff-armed about 3 or 4 people on that run. Thought he was going to get a 5-yard run there. Look at that. 1 stiff arm, 2 stiff arms. First down.
He was doing his best Ofer impression there. You get a stiff arm, you get a stiff arm, you get a stiff arm. And brings it up to the 36 of Vancouver. Great first play of the drive here from Rob Roby and company. Reggie Streeter looking really good today as Roby's going to line up with 2 receivers to the left and 1 receiver to the right. And take a 1-step drop. And he's going to find Kenny Macaro again, who's actually going to be given the first down. A 10-yard pickup there. Bring it up to the Vancouver 26-yard line.
That looks like it's his 4th catch of the day today for 40 yards. Maybe Vancouver wasn't expecting that. It was the Streeter show up till then.
No, absolutely. He's going to keep Streeter in the backfield. 1 receiver down to the left. James has 2 receivers to the right. He's going to just hand it off to Streeter. Streeter is going to get forward for a gain of 4. Great double tackle there from Devon Irvin and number 99 for that Vancouver Legion defense.
Well, why not? He's averaging 6.9 a carry. I mean, it's I think Vancouver's expecting it, but they're not mixing anything up. Just give it to Streeter, and he's 7 yards a carry is awesome.
Let's see if they listen to you on this 2nd down and 6. He's going to go for a 2-step drop. He's actually going to throw the screen pass to Streeter. And Streeter is going to power his way for that 1st down to the Vancouver 16. That would be his 9th catch of the day.
Yeah, and he's hitting, getting close to the 100 mark in receiving. So he's doing it. He's doing it on the ground. He's doing it in the air. And so far, Vancouver hasn't really had anything to stop him.
I guess you could say he's doing it in the ground, the air, and the MeUndies underwear. As Roby lines up with the 2 receivers to the right and 1 receiver to the left. Going to hand off to Streeter. Streeter's looking for a hole. And he will pick up 5 yards. Vancouver 11-yard line, 2nd and 5th. Streeter showing his power yet again.
Yeah, nice run up the middle there. 2nd and 5 on the 11. Just keep handing it off to him. He's, so again, they don't have anything. They haven't been able to show any way to stop him yet.
Roby's going to line up with 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Streeter is going to stay in the backfield on this 2nd and 5, and they're going to hand off to Streeter. But not this time. Levant Irving and number 99 saying no, no, no. That'll be Frank Champion and Levant Irving saying no, 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 not this time, Streeter.
Yep, Champion was up there in his face. It looks like that's his 7th tackle of the day. He's a tackling machine.
Roby's going to go shotgun on 3rd and 7 at the Vancouver 13. 5 receivers stretched out on this play. And he's absolutely blown apart there. I'm not quite sure who that is on the play, but he just blew that play apart. Blitzing from the free safety. Xander Mack come out of nowhere. When he saw that Roby had the ball, so he just came like a cannon and pulled him down for the sack. And that is exactly what Vancouver's defense needed.
You're definitely keeping him to, looks like a field goal now. End of the 3rd quarter there. A lot of momentum, I think, is starting to get taken away from London.
Yeah, they've kind of looked a little bit sluggish in this 3rd quarter, I would say. They're looking good going into the half, but since the half, they've been looking sluggish. And as we're in the 3rd quarter, London Knights with a 7-point lead, 24-17 over the Legion. Now, can Odell make this a 2-possession game again? Or will Vancouver get a rare field goal stop? It's a good snap. Not good. Hold it! It is blocked by Vancouver, and that is recovered by London. But a blocked play, and Odell, you've got to be feeling bad after that. You had a chance to put your team 2 scores up. Now all the momentum is with Vancouver.
It looks like the entire special teams unit on Vancouver was in front of the kicker there. That's the first blocked field goal I've seen yet in my brief time in the league.
Tom Pepper's going to line up in the backfield with Sanchez, and they're going to stop him 24-yard line after that block kick. Sanchez ain't going to get anywhere there and be brought down for just a loss of 3. Dean Maddox came up from the corner position and laid a little bit of hit on him.
It looks like Dean Maddox and also Malinishin was there too, and they're saying you're going to have to try a little bit harder if you're going to get some yards on us.
That blocked field goal looked like to me at an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. Everyone just swarmed that kicker. As Pepper lines up in 2nd and 13 at the 21, he's going to take a 4-step drop back, and he's going to throw on the run. And that is not what you want to see if you're Vancouver. All the momentum back, and you throw the interception.
Oh my God, Blake Cray's got the interception there, but I think a lot of the credit has to do with the tip by the other linebacker, as well as the pressure up front that made Pepper step out and have to throw that inadvised pass.
I would not like to be Pepper walking back to that sideline looking at that special teams unit. As Roby takes at the Vancouver 22, great field position. He's going to just hand it to Streeter. Streeter's going to make one miss and pick up 7 yards there, bringing it up to the Vancouver 16-yard line.
Yep, he had a couple, looks like he had a couple folks in the secondary holding on to him, trying to keep him from getting the first down. They stopped him, but this has got to be quite tiring for the Vancouver defense. They didn't get a chance to rest at all, and they're back out on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. As Roby's going to bring it up, it's 2nd and 3 at Vancouver 16. He's going to take a 4-step drop. He's going to slant off to Streeter. Streeter makes 1 miss, makes 2 miss. He's got some blocking, and he gets pulled down at the Vancouver 6-yard line.
It shows the athleticism there of that rookie Streeter. The pass wasn't right in the bread box. He had to reach behind him and grab it, a little out of position, but he was able to adjust, blow through the number 21 there, and get the first down.
And look at that big boy number 77 putting 2 great blocks in there for Streeter. Great play from the offensive lineman as well there. As Roby lines up at Vancouver 6, and they're just going to hand it to Streeter again, and you really cannot blame him. But Vancouver is showing some strong defense still. They still got some gas in the tank as Mark Lopez makes the tackle just for a 1-yard gain to the Vancouver 5-yard line.
Yeah, I would just keep handing it to them until they show that they can stop them in consecutive plays.
I think that's what they're going to do here, Gus. Here, Charles, sorry, Gus is playing. He's going to hand off Streeter. There's so much daylight, I could have drove a semi through there as Streeter runs in on the 5-yard touchdown rushing. And that's going to make the score 30 points to 17.
Well said. That was quite a hole for him to run through. That was good blocking up front by the offense.
And I've got to mention his name yet again. Look at 77. He took the block completely off. That's 2 good plays from that offensive lineman. I think Streeter, you got to take that man out for dinner after this game.
Yep, Joshua Payne either gets a steak or maybe a rollie.
Let's see if Odell's confidence is back up, if he can at least make this extra point and make it a 31-17 game for Vancouver. And that's up and good. It's only an extra point, but that's got to feel really good for Odell after missing that field goal.
Yeah, it's got to be quite defeating for Vancouver. They had the ball back. It looks like the pendulum was starting to turn, and then that miscue. It's been a story of miscues that's been keeping Vancouver on top.
I don't like to blame anyone, but Pepper should never have thrown that. That was triple coverage. He should have just took the losser down and just threw that one out of bounds. But I get he's trying to make a play for his team, and it just didn't work out this time. It's going to be returned to the 33 there. Chris Braun on the return. Let's see if Pepper can shake off that interception, come out strong, guide his Vancouver offense down, and let's make this a close finish, I wonder.
They're down 2 scores, but they got to be near perfect here.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't throw an interception, you can't fumble the ball, you can't have a 4th down. You just got to go for it here if you're Pepper. Just one receiver to the left. Sanchez in the back one, and Pepper's going to go for a little safety blanket to Sanchez. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the screenplay and bring it up to the 35-yard line of the Vancouver Legion.
Yeah, Sanchez's numbers aren't like we're used to seeing. He's got 57 yards rushing and 20 yards receiving and no touchdowns.
There's a picture of William Davis in there who had the 2 sacks in the first half. As Tom Pepper lines up in 2nd and 8 at the Vancouver 35. 1 receiver to the right. Sanchez in the backfield. He's going to go for another little screen to Sanchez. Can Sanchez get some blocks? Yes, he can. And he's going to get a nice chunky yard as well. It's like a pickup at 16 yards there. Bring that to the London 48-yard line.
Yeah, that first down was needed, and Sanchez really stepped up there before Malinishin was able to bring him down.
Look at some of these boys getting blocks. That was 79 there. Took, I believe that was Craze completely out of that play with a stern block. Is it actually going to line up in the shotgun here at 1st and 10 at the London 48-yard line? 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Sanchez in the backfield. The 3-step drop. He throws as he's hit, and that sails over the head and incomplete. It looks like Slim Shady there with a hit on Pepper.
Yeah, it looks like he had his arms wrapped around him and was able to throw off the pass there, but the receiver looked wide open there deep. That would have been a huge gain for Vancouver.
And better to throw it over the head than undercut and get an interception, so not too bad there for Tom Pepper and the Legion as they bring up 2nd and 10 at the 48 of the London. Nice. We go for a handoff to Sanchez. Sanchez is going to pick up 3 yards and bring it up to the 45-yard of London.
Yep, they're facing a 3rd and 7, and for the game today, it looks like they're only getting 33% on 3rd down. So they're going to need to do a lot better at this point of the game.
And you've got to think, if they don't convert here, is it 4-down territory? I know there's still 7 minutes left, but they're down by 2, and their defense has been burnt quite a bit by Streeter at this point. His Pepper is up in the shotgun. That is not what they need. That's an interception, and probably the most deserving player on the London defense to get an interception. Nathan Blake has done it all today, and he comes away with a pick there.
Yeah, Nathan Blake was there waiting for it down in the middle of the field there. It looks like that's his first interception of the day, but he's had a couple shots. He had 2 other pass deflections, so it could have been a lot more, but great play there by Blake.
I expect to see a heavy dose of Streeter here. Well, as I say that, they line up in a shotgun with 5 receivers, 3 to the right and 2 to the left there of Roby. Roby's going to take a shot to the end zone. That's be James Hands and the 4-yard completion there. 5 for 5 today for Hands. A perfect 100%.
Yeah, Roby's having a decent game after that interception he had. He's completing 86% of his passes. QB rating's under 100, but you know, that's, you can argue whether or not the value of that stat.
They're going to line Streeter up in the backfield. Just James Hands as the lone receiver, and they're just going to go for a little screen pass to Streeter. And there's going to be a penalty here on the play. We'll check it out as Streeter gets knocked out of bounds there after a pickup of 3 yards on the play. And there's a face mask call for Vancouver. That's not what you need again. And is it going to be against 59 of the Vancouver defense? And it gives it an automatic first down to the London Knights. More chance to run that clock off. That's a tough penalty, Gus. That's a tough one to take. I think that was Gus Schultz there, possibly. Roby's going to line up with 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Streeter is going to remain in the backfield for Roby on this play. And they managed to get Vancouver to jump forward as Streeter picks up a 10-yard gain on first down.
Looks like there's another penalty on the field as well.
And I believe it was encroachment on the defense. It looked like Levant Irvine might have come a little bit too soon for Vancouver. That would have been 69.
Yeah, then wisely they declined.
That's 2 heartbreaking penalties in back-to-back plays for Vancouver. That looks like the life's being sucked out of this defense right now.
Craig, I don't know if Donnie Hands has been thrown to yet today.
I've not mentioned that. I think all the hands has been James. Donnie's must be taking the game off. He's probably having he's probably on holiday down in Swansea. Streeter looks like he was going to get chucked for a gain of 3. And he's got the Jets! And I think he's gone. Look at 77 again! Oh no! What a absolutely beautiful rundown. Whoever that defense player is, you got a pat on the back from your teammates. You just bring down.
Unbelievable run. I thought it looked like Devon Woods, the third, was going to bring him down, but he threw him down and just hit the afterburners and almost made it into the end zone.
Let's double check who actually managed to get that. That's Gus Schultz with the touchdown saving tackle there. You're going to go back to the huddle, get the sideline. My apology. You're going to get some oxygen. You're going to get a couple of pats on the back there, Gus, because that probably would have been game if that went for a touchdown. But we'll see what Roby can do here at first and goal at the 40-yard line. He's just going to plow it in, and Streeter's going to go in for a 4-yard touchdown run, his 3rd of the game, and London Knights are pulling away from Vancouver. Over the hills and far away they're going.
Yeah, I think that it's hard to argue that Streeter is.
No, that was the
player of the game.
That was the backup, Pete Dunn.
Wow.
That took me by surprise. They're built about the same, but it looks like Streeter's day might be done then, Charles. They're going to be putting the backup in already.
That's a deep hole, my friend.
I could have got 2 semi-trucks in that one. As Odell lines up for the extra point here. With 5:39 to go in the 4th quarter. Now Odell puts it through, so London Knights lead 38-17 over the Vancouver Legion.
Yeah, it looked like that touchdown was Peter Hunn. Is that right? 6
Yeah.
foot tall, 254. That's a big man.
That's a defensive lineman, big boy. Like Odell's gonna kick the ball off to Vancouver with 38-17 to go, 5:39. There's still time if you're Vancouver, but you got to get a touchdown, you got to get an interception, a fumble, or an onside kick, and you got to really move it down the field. As Braun brings it up to the Vancouver 27-yard line, 5:36 to go here at Queensway. As Tom Pat.
So it looks like most of the passes have been to Sanchez, with 5 going to Killian and Martino. Chris Braun hasn't had a reception yet today.
It's like Pepper's going to line up with a bunch formation to the left and a single receiver to the right. Sanchez going to remain in the backfield on this drive to kick it off. As Pepper takes a 4-step drop and just a little floaty pass. That'll be a catch for Mickey Martino, his 6th catch for 95 yards and a touchdown. You know what I'm shocked, Charles, that after those 2 catches to end the second half, they have not thrown once to Brett Killian yet in this second half.
That's true. And it looks like the London defense is starting to settle back and bend not break.
Absolutely. You can't give up if you're Vancouver, though, and that's not what this Vancouver team ever does. Is 2 receivers line up to the right and the one lone receiver down to the left of the field. He's going to go for a handoff to Sanchez. Sanchez gallops through, picks up a solid 12 yards in the first down, bringing up to the London 48-yard line.
Good run by Sanchez. That was his 12th run. He's got 60 yards so far, no touchdowns, 9 receptions, 39 yards.
It's going to line up in the backfield again for Sanchez, as Pepper's under center with 2 receivers, one either side. He's going to go for a little screen pass to Sanchez again. Sanchez gives a little push and manages to pick up the 7 yards and bring it up to London 41. And more importantly, he does stop the clock here for the Vancouver Legion.
Yep, they're moving the ball, but only in little dinks and dunks. They're going to have to get larger gains there in order to score and get some time back when they get the ball.
So a little look at Tom Pepper's stats there today for the Vancouver Legion. As he lines up with a bunch formation to his right, 3 receivers, Sanchez in the backfield, and the lone receiver down to the left, Kyle Cobb. He's going to take a 3-step drop back, and he's just going to go for a little dinky pass to Sanchez, and Sanchez is going to get swallowed up there for no gain. Third and 3 at the London 41 here. Tom Pepper's already entering hurry-up offense. Sanchez is in the backfield, and a 3-receiver bunch formation still. Another 3-step drop, and he's going to go over the top. He's going to be batted down there. And I believe that was Nathan Blake again.
Yep, you are correct. I think that was a wise decision to go hurry up, but didn't look like wasn't able to execute on that.
I think now the 3 points mean nothing. You're 4th and 3rd. You're down by 3 scores. Pepper, you gotta let it rain, my boy. You gotta let that ball into the end zone and give your receivers a chance. So what Pepper does here on 4th and 3rd. And take a 3-step drop. And that is picked off, and that is gonna go, looks like all the way. Can he catch him? And now it looks like number 71 manages to bring 25 down for the tackle, and that is, I believe, if I remember correctly, that would be, quite can't see the name who brung him down, but 71 offensive lineman there. Showing a little bit of speed to bring that returnman down and save a touchdown interception there. A little pick 6 action, not going to happen tonight.
Yeah, that interception by Glenn Cullen, I think, may have shut the door on any hopes for coming back.
Now, if I'm Roby, you just got to hand it off to Streeter, and even if you got 4th down, you hand it off to Streeter on 3rd down. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Streeter picks up 5 and brings it up to the Vancouver 20. 246 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7.7 average. That is unbelievable, Charles.
That's unbelievable. I'm surprised he's still out there. They should bring in the second string.
We're hearing we want Pete down here from Charles in the booth. As Roby steps back out onto the field, a 2nd and 5 at the Vancouver 5-yard line. Looks like Streeter is still on the backfield. It's like going to go for an ISO play here on 2nd and 5 at the Vancouver 20-yard line. So he's going to shake a tackle and he's going to pick up again 7 yards and bring up another first down to the Vancouver 13-yard. They're still giving.
Yeah, he's been putting on a school on how to do power running. And the blocking by the offensive line is phenomenal.
Are they going to give him the 300 yards today? He must be knocking on the door at this point. But nevertheless, Roby's going to take out the 1st and 10 of the Vancouver 13. A little under 3 minutes to go when the ball is going to be snapped. Just one receiver to the left, and they're gonna another penalty for the Vancouver Legion. They're falling apart here, the defense in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, it looks like definitely looks like the defense jumped on this.
That would be Levon Irvin. It looks like number 98, possibly on the approachment. That'd be 69 again. That's both encroachments have been on the same player. 69. You gotta. Not going to be a liked man in that locker room if you keep encroaching on the offense before the ball snapped. That'll be 3 penalties now in the last 5 minutes. That's pretty remarkable. It's 1st and 5 at the Vancouver 8-yard line. Streeter's still in, and Ruby's
still in.
He is still in, Charles. You are right. And they're going to give it to him. And he's got a little bit of blocking, but he's not going to get anything. Good defense there for the Vancouver Legion with Levon Irvine making a tackle there.
Yeah, they just got to run out the clock.
Absolutely. I like to be optimistic, but I don't see a way where Vancouver get back in this one, even if they get a pick 6, followed by a onside kick, followed by an onside kick again. I just don't see it happening at this point. And it looks like they're just going to run it up the middle again with Roby. Looks like Streeter is still in. Just going to hand it off to him again. He's going to find a little bit of lane, and he's just going to pick up the first down. A gain of 5, bring that up to the Vancouver 3-yard line. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning in this 4th quarter. London Knights 38, Vancouver 17.
Yeah, London gets 4 full downs here on the 3-yard line, and they're going to eat up a lot of clock.
I think if you're London, you punch it in, guarantee yourself that 4-possession game. Even if Vancouver managed to get a touchdown, you're still looking so good. And it looks like they're going to rush it again. And it looks like your wish is granted, Charles. That looks like it is the backup. Number 39 has finally entered the game here for the London Knights. Streeter's day is possibly done then.
Yeah, what a game that was. Unbelievable game. And definitely my vote for player of the game.
I could not go against you on that one. I think that has to be the clear-cut player for me. As Roby lines up 2nd and goal at the Vancouver 6-yard line. And he's going to hand it to him, the backup again. And he's going to chug through and bring it up to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. A little bit of power shown there by 39. We've got 1:54 left to go. Vancouver got 1 timeout remaining. A 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line for the London Knights. And you got to think that Roby's just going to give it off to 39, and he's just going to try and punch it in. We look at the snap here. And looks like even the backup quarterback is in, I believe. That is number 6. It looks like Roby's day is also done for this evening. The tackle was made and brings up 4th and goal at the Vancouver 4.
Yeah, it looks like London's going to have another win, and they're going to be 5-1 at home this year.
And another tough loss to take if you're Vancouver Legions, who will move to 4-8 with this loss.
It doesn't get any easier for them. Next week they're up against Denver, in Denver.
Oof. And with this win, I believe London moved to 500, 6 for 6. Am I correct, Charles? Or is it?
That'll make them 6 and 5.
6 and 5. So they're actually moving over 50% on the season. So London definitely staking their claim for a wild card place in the playoffs this year, as the field goal from Odell is good after missing that field goal in the third quarter, or getting blocked, we should say. Managed just to make that one for a second of the game.
Yeah, next week London's going to be playing a tough New Orleans team in New Orleans, and as I said at the kickoff of the game, neither of these teams are good on the road.
Tough games all around for these two teams, and as Chris Brown brings it up to the 27-yard line of the Vancouver Legion. 1:43 to go in the fourth quarter. London Knights 41, Vancouver Legion 17. And I'm not really sure what you do here if you're Tom Pepper. Do you just get out of quick and go to the airport and get your plane home back to Canada, or do you try and make some miracles happen and at least show that you're still fighting? It looks like Pepper's going to still fight as he lands up in the shotgun. But he is going nowhere soon, and he's going to get sacked there by number 59, William Davison, for his third sack. So possibly a half sack there, because I did see 99 there. And there's another sack by 95 with a sack there on the play. So Pepper's been sacked 2 plays in a row. He's still trying to make something happen at 3rd and 23-yard line. And he's going to take a long bomb. And he's found Mickey Martino, who might actually manage to get a score here. And he's breaking away. He's got 3 players to beat, but he's going to be swallowed at the 9-yard line of the London.
That's a long way to run to get set up for the next play.
And they don't have a timeout because they used them all on the London play.
Martino's ready.
It's going to be those big boy offensive linemen there. Oh, no, it's the ref they're waiting for. Come on, ref. Get your sketches out. And he's just going to throw a little dinky pass for a 1-yard completion over the middle for Sanchez Pepper. 35 seconds and counting to go here. Pepper's going to take a 5-drop set. He's going to launch it to the end zone. And that is swatted down by number 55. London's Knights still playing hard on defense. You gotta like seeing that if you're London.
It definitely gets tougher when you get closer to the end zone, trying to find those holes to get to the wide receiver.
We're gonna see 3rd and goal at the London 8-yard line. Can Vancouver get one more score in? We're gonna see as they line up with a 3-bunch formation at the left, a single receiver up to the right. Tom Pepper is going to snap the ball, and Sanchez can remain in the backfield. He's going to take another 5-step drop, but he is going to get swallowed up by 95. That'd be his 2.5 sack of the game. 4th and goal at the London 16. 15 seconds and counting remaining. A bunch formation to the left, 1 single receiver to the right. Sanchez is still in the backfield. Pepper's going to take the snap. He's going to air it out, and that is going to be caught, and that is going to be a touchdown there to end the game for the Vancouver Legion. Tom Pepper finding Brett Killian for a touchdown grab there.
Yeah, so they managed to lessen the gap a bit, but maybe get a little bit of pride in their step for having to fly back home.
I'm just surprised they didn't use Killian more in the second half after those 2 catches in the end of the first half. And he showed them there that they should have maybe used Killian a lot more than they did, as Ashley Finch is going to step up for this extra point here and make it a 41 London Knights to a 24 Vancouver Legion if she can convert here. And Ashley Finch is going to knock that extra point in, so London Knights will be leading now 41 to Vancouver Legion's 24. 8 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we get to see an onside kick here.
If anyone can make an onside kick work, it's going to have to be Ashley Finch. She's been dynamic all year with her kicking ability. And it's going to be recovered by number 11, Donnie Hands! Give some love to Donnie Hands. I think that's the first time he's touched the ball all game with 5 seconds remaining.
I believe you're correct. He was thrown to once, but wasn't able to bring it in, so at least he gets to put the stamp in the game.
And we're just going to see the backup quarterback come in and just take a kneel down. As London will move to 6-5 and Vancouver Legion will fall to 8-4 on the season in week 12 of the SFL. And that is all she wrote here tonight, guys. London Knights 41, Vancouver Legion 24. Charles, final thoughts on the game?
Well, this was definitely the Streeter show. He stepped up and played outstanding today. What great statistics he had. 2 weeks in a row. Last week he was player of the game with 146 yards, 213 all-purpose yards, and he blew that out of the water today.
And look at that difference in passing yards. Vancouver over at nearly 160 yards more passing, but nearly 200 less rushing yards.
Yeah, I think they were able to keep Pepper out of sync there. I know Nathan said at the beginning of the game that was his goal, and his game plan definitely showed it, and they executed perfectly.
I mean, Pepper still went for 352 yards and 3 touchdown strikes. So it's not even like he had a bad game again. He's on the losing end of this one. So Charles, I'm guessing your player of the game is going to be a pretty obvious one.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going to go Streeter.
I know who I'd give it. I would love to go Streeter, but I'm going to have to go Streeter. But I want to give it to number 71 of London Knights. That big boy made 2 touchdowns happen. But of course, it doesn't normally go to the offensive lineman. Also, a dark horse, Nathan Blake. He had an interception. He had multiple pass deflections. He had multiple tackles. He had that touchdown-saving tackle.
You know, if you could give it to the offensive line, I would do that as well, because their holes were incredible, and Roby had tons of time to pass.
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely a tale of 2 halves, because it was very close in the end of that first half, but in that second half, London just pulled away. It's an absolutely great game here from London. I mean, Sanchez still had 80 yards on the ground. That's nothing to squawk about. That's still a decent game. Yeah, but it was mostly done in that fourth quarter where the game was already way out of play. And then look at the sacks for London Knights. I believe London Knights had 6 sacks on Pepper today. That's incredible. They had
that definitely kept them out of rhythm. You're getting that type of pressure. It's hard to execute.
I thought just for a second when that blocked field goal happened that Vancouver that might be the turning point for Vancouver, but it didn't seem to shake the momentum that London Knights had accomplished at that point, and London Knights just ended up just running through them in the end of that third and into that fourth quarter. As you said, Streeter 74 yards, 3 touchdowns. You're not going to get a better game than that from a running back half the time.
Yeah, most definitely. I think both sides of the ball, London should be proud of the way the team performed.
And they're going to be a scary team approaching the playoffs. As you rightfully said, they do move to 6-5 now, and they are in that wild card hunt.
Now, let's keep in mind that Streeter's a rookie. He's only going to get better.
Absolutely. So that's going to be all for us here at Queensway. And it was Streeter Charles. Look at that. 102 yards, so he actually managed the 100 yards receiving as well. That is something I wasn't aware of. So that's going to be all from Queensway. I was your play-by-play analyst, Craig Hearn, and this was your analyst, Charles. And until next time, SFL Nation, have a lovely night.